Welcome back to the Malt Man Cave. I'm Keith.
I'm Dave.
And tonight we're going to be doing our first whiskey from the Isle of Arran. Alright, so tonight we're going to be doing Arran 10, which we have not done a whiskey from Arran yet. I have the Arran Port Cask, and I think the Arran 12 Cask Strength, which we'll be doing. I don't think it's up there.
You don't think?
You know? Oh, you want to see where the Isle of Arran is?
Yeah. Where is
I think it's going to be covered from. So it's to the east of the Kintyre Peninsula, where Campbelltown,
so it's low.
So right here, see the finger?
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. That's
the Kintyre Peninsula. Springbank's around there. There's the Isle of Arran.
Ah. How big of a difference in taste do you think ranges from the northern part of Scotland to the southern?
Not a huge. So I mean, you're gonna notice a big difference. Like this doesn't really taste anything like Springbank.
No, not at all.
Because I don't think, I could be wrong. I don't think they have any peated expressions. Most of them are unpeated. They're more light, crisp, fruity. Like the distillate is kind of a more light, clean distillate. Very, very fruity. So I don't know what kind of yeast they're using or the fermentation process, but it's pretty good. And they're kind of doing things the right way. They have dunnage warehouses, non-chill filter, non-coloring, like 46 ABV and above. Which, speaking of, this beauty comes in at 46% ABV, bottled at natural color and non-chill filter, like I said. So
check.
Arran it's relatively new. I think it was like Lag Distillery, like in the 1800s, was like the last distillery on the Isle of Arran. I could be wrong. I'm not pretending to know exactly. I think it's around there. Lag Distillery was the last one, and I think in 1994 it was founded. But kind of funny thing, you see the two birds, the golden eagles. Yeah. This is kind of like their, part of their packaging and part of their emblem for Arran, and it's because apparently golden eagles, I think they're endangered or whatever, and they built like their nest. Like a bunch of like the golden eagles built their home on like the construction site, so they actually had to like stall like the construction of it for a while, and they finally were able to get them to move, or I don't know what all they did. A couple of pea shooters behind the watchful eye of the government, and in 1995 they finally opened. So I think this is a distillery that's only going to get better and better and better. And one reason I really like them is, fun fact is, I think for a while there, I don't think they're doing it anymore, they actually were storing some of their casks at Springbank.
Really?
Before they had all their dunnage warehouses and all the
And another check.
So I would kind of say this is kind of it doesn't taste like, but it's kind of in the same style. Like smaller, they're doing things the right way. So without further ado, anything else about this whiskey?
Let's get into it.
Let's get into some whiskey. So I was telling Dave, I was a little worried because I've had this like literally down to here for like a year. I've been a little behind in the reviews, so I was hoping it didn't spoil yet, but you thought it was pretty good, right?
Hey, bourbon matured.
You said you still got a little left, right?
Yeah, I've got a little bit.
Here.
No, I've got plenty.
You sure?
Yep.
All right, what do you get on the nose?
Oh, man. So, very fruity to me. I couldn't really decide between pineapple and apple right off the front. It's just very, very fruity. Some oak notes for me really stand out. And then the really common ones like vanilla and cinnamon. A little bit of orange. And it also kind of reminded me a little of Tylenol.
Yeah, you know what? I actually kind of get that.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Like when you're smelling a pill bottle?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's exactly what I was thinking about.
I promise you, there's a lot of other delicious notes on top of that time, which isn't unpleasant.
No. But I mean, it reminded me of it. There. So, but really, just the fruitiness really stands out to me. How about you?
So, like I said before, like this is just a light, crisp, super fruity, whiskey. On the nose, it's like muscat grapes that you would put like in Moscato wine.
Yeah.
Muscat white grapes. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Really floral, like lilies or daisies, some kind of floral. Honeydew melon.
Mm.
Grilled pineapple and pears. Very, very fruity. It's like orchard fruits. Like you get with a lot of bourbon matured whiskeys, which I think this is 100% bourbon matured. I'm pretty sure.
Is a honeydew melon a cantaloupe?
Yeah.
Dude. I was gonna.
You gonna say cantaloupe?
Well, because on the palate, I get a little salt, and I like salt on my cantaloupe, which might be weird. It's so good, dude.
I totally get it because I mean, whiskey. That's why we like Isla and the Springbank. You get that salinity mixed with the fruity.
But I couldn't quite place it until you just said honeydew or whatever, and you're a genius. He's a genius.
Just drink to that.
Just a whiskey genius.
And then kind of in the background is like cinnamon and a little bit of vanilla lurking in the background. Pretty good nose.
Yeah, it's a great nose.
What you got on the palate?
So other than the salt, like I mentioned, salt's really prevalent to me right away. It's very dry. It's almost like a dry wine as far as
I agree.
That taste. Those familiar notes, cinnamon, vanilla. I didn't get the pineapple on the palate, but definitely apple was there for me. Just the sweetness of that fruity note. The Tylenol was not there. Was not there on the palate for me. Definitely doesn't taste like drinking Tylenol. And then
we drank it the other day. I was in a pinch.
Yeah.
I'm trying not
Children's Tylenol.
I was trying not to take too much ibuprofen. We didn't have adult Tylenol.
Yeah.
So I totally gulped a little of my children's liquid Tylenol.
Honey, where's the Tylenol?
Sorry, man.
And then to round it out, orange. And then I ate today at a bakery, and it really reminded me of just biting into a piece of bread.
Yep.
Which Keith informed me could be from the East.
Yeah. I mean, he asked me, like, is bread like a note? I was like, absolutely. I put biscuity in my notes, which I get a lot.
I just don't want to say anything stupid.
Absolutely. Like, a lot of times because of the yeast
which
and
is
different things
hard.
going on.
Hard for me to do. Some nights.
So, let me take
how about you, man?
You're here for the color commentary, Dave.
I'll provide when needed.
I'm really glad this is at 46% ABV. I think it would be too light if it was anything lower ABV, but it really works at this ABV.
It doesn't even seem like it's a 46.
Yeah, I know.
It's like...
Maybe because it's been oxidizing for a year. Like,
but still, I mean, I can feel it, but it's not... It's
a light, crisp.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people, I don't know what everybody means when they say crisp. I know what that means to me.
Yeah.
What do you think that means when someone, it's a clean,
crisp. It's got an edge to it. Very discerning note to me is what I would put.
So I put originally Moscato white wine, but it is more drying.
Mm-hmm.
And not quite, it's sweet, but not quite as sweet. It does remind me kind of more of a Chardonnay.
Yeah.
As opposed to Moscato, like the first time I had it. Yeah, like Chardonnay and like the wine's like tinged with a little vanilla extract.
Mm.
It's not as vanilla, like it doesn't have as much vanilla as you would think for a bourbon. It's just so freaking fruity.
Yeah.
Again, like the light orchard fruits, pineapple, pears. Again, that drying oak. It's surprisingly dry, but it works. It's not bad at all. Cloves. It's not super strong. It's more like intense, like the orchard light fruits, but then in the background it's like a little cloves, cinnamon, allspice.
Yeah, it's like a noise in the background.
Mm-hmm.
There's really evident notes, and then there's that.
Yep. And then at the end of the palate, I get kind of like biscuity, almost like a crust, like and then it leads into like lemon meringue pie.
Mmm.
At least to me.
Yeah, no, I see it. Which is like and
a little bit of pine sol.
Tylenol.
Yeah,
Tylenol and pine sol.
What about the finish for you?
It's short for me. It comes and it goes, but it's got a lot of flavor for me while it's there. Maybe it's medium. I guess it's still there. Really, the orange is what's prevalent for me, but then it also reminds me of finishing a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch and drinking the Cinnamon Toast Crunch milk.
Yeah. There we go.
That's how I would, not the milk necessarily, but the
spiciness of like the cinnamon and like
whatever the cereal is.
Yep. So again, for me, it's like it's short to, I wouldn't even say medium. It's more short, maybe encroaching on medium, but mostly short.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good notes. It's like Chardonnay, Moscato wine, tinged with a little vanilla extract, but mostly like the intense fruits, pineapple, pears, apple, lemon meringue pie, and then it kind of finished again drying, maybe with a little bit like the cinnamon, cloves type spicy kick. Pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
Malted Man Cave Mark from David.
Man. I'm not gonna lie, this is one of my more favorite ones. I would love to see what it would be like right out of the bottle.
Yeah.
And see if that changes. And whether or not I would need to buy it and then let it sit for a while.
I like it.
But man, it's not bad. May I beg the question, what is the price point?
I think
now, for us...
around 50.
Around $50?
I think it can be anywhere from 40 to 70.
Man, this is a good... I think this would be great.
50, 60 bucks.
Sitting on the porch in the spring at night, just...
Yep. This is like a summer drink.
Yeah.
Spring, summer. Definitely.
88 for me.
Ooh, I thought you were going to give it higher.
You think so?
I thought you were, the way you were talking about it.
Oh, I think that's high.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great mark.
Yeah.
But normally when you start talking like that, I think it's going to get into 89, 90.
I feel like I can't do it. I feel like it takes away from any credibility we have if I just give outrageous price. All right, 90. No, it's really good.
So,
I liked it a lot.
If I would have reviewed this a year and a half ago, plus when I first bought this, I think it would have been encroaching on like 88, 89 because of how good it is for the price. Excuse me, because of the ABV, non-chill filtered, they're doing things the right way. It's from the Isle of Arran. I think it would have given an 88, 89, but I think just because of how much whiskey I've had, and I'm trying to be a little bit more conservative with my scoring, I think I'm going to give it an 86. But again, I think
Excellent.
2 years ago for the price, it probably would have been 89. It's that good. So
yeah.
86 for me. Delicious. I would pay $50 for this all day, every day.
All day, every day.
All right, so question of the night. So obviously, we are one day removed from the sad, sad day of Urban Meyer calling it quits. And it begs the question, I was talking today, we should talk about who we think should have gotten to the college football playoff. So obviously there's little sour grapes for us. On top of not getting to the playoffs, then on top of that we lose Urban Meyer. So, with that said, who do you think should have gotten to the college football playoff and why?
College football playoffs. So I have 3 teams that I think should have been included, and I think this just all goes back to the fact that a 4-team playoff is nice, but it needs to be 6 or 8 to be legit.
I've always said 6. Because that way, every conference champ can get in, and then you have that 6th spot for like an at-large bid for like UCF, like a Cinderella story.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say
Cinderella story.
UCF last year should have been in.
Yep.
I also think two major players from the Big Ten Conference should have been in, and that's Michigan and Ohio State.
This year?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think Michigan and Ohio State could have taken it to most.
I don't understand, because most pundits agree that the last 3 or 4 years, that obviously the Big Ten was down for a while.
Yeah.
It was pretty much just Ohio State for a while, in the early 2000s, into 2010 up. The SEC was really, really good from like 2004 to like 2014, 15. They were the best conference in the country. I want to argue that they're not the best conference top to bottom like they were. Yes, Bama is still amazing, and I still think the SEC is, if not the best, second best. I think the Big Ten and the SEC are kind of like right there, top to bottom, as best conferences.
Yeah, but the Big Ten schedules out of conference games that are hard.
Way harder. And we don't schedule Mercer and Citadel like right before the SEC championship game.
Yeah, but then their argument would be, well, you guys play Rutgers or whatever, and I'm like, no.
We've had like home and home aways with Oklahoma, Texas, USC, Miami, Virginia Tech. The list goes on.
Come play in Columbus or
come up north.
Come play in Columbus.
We the north.
In Ann Arbor.
We the north.
When it's rainy,
the north.
And cold,
north.
And it's nasty, and we'll see.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. We'll see how open those offenses are.
It does affect, because we have to, when we're building a team. Yeah, like Urban Meyer likes those fast guys, like spread it around. But in the winter, when it gets cold and rainy and snowy, you got to be able to run the ball and have some big dudes. And we got to be able to do both good. We got to be able to play when it's rainy and cold out and run the ball, but then also spread it out when we play these like track teams. So I think Bama should have got in. Last year I do not think they should have got in. Bama, Oklahoma, Clemson, and us. Now here's the deal, Notre Dame. I'm glad you guys got in. You guys deserved it because you're undefeated. But I think the College Football Playoff Committee should have sent a message and not put you in this year so that you join a stinking conference. It's not fair that you guys don't have
a
whole nother game, and like it's
in every other sport they're in a conference or they're part of.
You're not special. You're not that special anymore. Okay, get over yourselves. Join a conference. So Bama, Clemson, Oklahoma, and Ohio State.
Notre Dame's old guard of old people that remember them from the 80s and the 90s are going to die and pass away.
They're going to get curb stomped. I can't. Do they play Oklahoma or Alabama? Or Clemson? I think they play. I don't know who they play. We should know this.
Who cares?
They play Clemson.
Ohio State's not in.
All right, so I do think Bama's going to win with the field as it is.
Yeah.
It would have been nice to see Urban Meyer get one last shot at St. Nick since he's retiring.
I just would have wished that there would be more. I feel like it's getting predictable who's going to end up.
Yeah, I can't believe last year that they left out 3/4 of the country. They were only Southern teams. Like, that's just bad for business.
Yeah.
ESPN and the College Football Playoff and SEC, you guys need to just chill. All right, you're going to have a revolt on your hands if you guys don't chill out. That's a whole other topic for another day. Please like, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Let us know who you think should have got into the College Football Playoff and who you think's going to win. And we'll see you back here next time. Cheers.